Good morning. Happy Taco Tuesday. For those of you who don't celebrate, who are you? Haha. But anyway, good morning. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Oh no, my Instagram video just flipped over. Hello. I feel like I'm in a very somber mood. Good morning, all. Welcome to this live stream. I'm very depressive today. No, that's not the case. Instagram. Here we go. Good morning, Marco Nunez. Good morning. Anyway, I wanted to chit chat with y'all today. Aren't you excited that I'm doing a Facebook Live 2 days in a row? It's very exciting. Who are we kidding? It's not that exciting. Let's just fake it. Taco time, says Marco. Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Jure. Is that how you say your name? Jure, Jure? I'm only assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anna, good morning. Hi, Jenny. I hate the cold. How are you? Hope you had a great Polish Independence Day. Can I just say real quick, since Anna brought up Independence Day, there were a couple of people that got a little upset that I brought up Independence Day yesterday, which I thought was Polish Independence Day yesterday, which I thought was interesting. I made several posts, wishing everyone a happy Veterans Day and to thank a veteran. And then I also mentioned it's Polish Independence Day. I'm 100% Polish, so obviously it's important in my world and a lot of other people's lives as well. And sometimes multiple things fall on multiple days. For example, it was my ex's birthday yesterday. So you can celebrate more than one thing. But there were a couple people that didn't like the fact that I said happy Polish Independence Day on Veterans Day, when I did in fact say happy Veterans Day, happy Polish Independence Day, both in the same breath. So anyway, I thought that was super interesting. People like to get very upset over lots of things. So yesterday on the show, we talked about this story coming out of Japan, which is why I'm rocking the glasses this morning. So apparently there are some companies, some industries in Japan that are not allowing women to wear glasses, much like these spectacles I'm wearing here. So the deal is apparently some, not all of these companies, like receptionists or people in a store or a showroom, are saying glasses are not feminine enough. So if you put on these glasses, you don't look as ladylike, which I kind of think I look pretty ladylike. I don't know. What do I know? So you don't look ladylike enough, and they also say that it makes women look too intelligent, you're too smart, and cold. Which I guess I can kind of see, because you think of glasses, you think of librarian, you think of stern and strict, and I'm gonna whip out the ruler and punish y'all. So there are just some companies in Japan that are doing this, and of course there are women in Japan who are having none of this and are taking to Twitter. There's a hashtag that's been trending that's glasses ban, or something regarding the glasses ban. And they're in an uproar because this is nothing new in Japan. First of all, they had wardrobe restrictions recently where women had to wear heels or they had to wear makeup. So there are some women in Japan who are fed up and they're saying enough is enough. It's unfair. And of course, you guessed it, men are completely okay wearing glasses. So men can come to work wearing glasses, but the ladies, not so much. So I thought this was really interesting. Obviously, this is happening in Japan, not here, but we deal with certain instances of that here in the States as well. There was one place, I'm not gonna get into details, that got in trouble for telling women they're not allowed to wear hats, like snow hats, pullover hats, in the dead of winter, even though it's cold, and you obviously want to protect your head from the cold so you don't get sick and die. Silly things like that. So women are always being forced into these double standards here. So anyway, I'm rocking my glasses in solidarity here, and just but yeah, that's in Japan. John Pinkos, my morning milk now is eggnog. Ew! Are you guys really fans of eggnog? I think it's been probably a few years since I've actually had eggnog, so maybe I shouldn't be so quick to judge. But I think from what I recall, eggnog is pretty disgusting, right? Even the spiked kind, it's disgusting. I'd rather have, how they come out with that peppermint bark, peppermint schnapps, chocolate peppermint, pumpkin spice liqueur. I would totally rather drink that than eggnog. Natalie Lebeda says, I think we need to worry about more important things, not whether or not glasses should or should not be worn. Yes, spiked apple cider, I'm also a fan. Bobby619 on Instagram says, telling women to do anything to make them feel like secondary citizens is so played out. You are correct, but this is happening in another country, so things are different there. The other story that we're actually talking about on the show this morning, I came across, is super interesting. So the restaurant Arby's, that's classified as a restaurant, right? Or is that fast food restaurant? So there's an Arby's in Minnesota that put out a sign that basically said, your kids are not welcome unless they're well behaved. So if their food is not on the tray, if they're yelling, screaming, running around, I have to wipe the screen, it's bothering me. I feel like it was greasy. Is that better now? Can y'all see clearer now? Anyway, so this Arby's in Minnesota put up this sign that said only well-behaved children are welcome in this restaurant. We don't want kids running around, screaming. If they're gonna be eating, the food has to be on the tray. So of course, as this goes, a lot of people got really upset over this, saying that's not fair. I wanna bring my kids there, even though they're hellions. I can call your children hellions, right? That's completely acceptable because some children are hellions. So there have been restaurants in the past that have completely blocked out children, which is okay, right? A restaurant, a business can say, hey, no kids allowed, just like certain people have weddings and they say no kids allowed. That's their prerogative, right? Natalie says, yes. Natalie can see me clearer because she put her glasses on. I hope all the ladies are rocking their glasses today. Even if you don't need them prescription-wise, just wear them without the lenses in there. So people are upset that they can't bring their kids to Arby's. And then of course, as it happens, people pick up on the story and then Arby's gets flack for this. This is the cycle that we're in. So Arby's gets flack because one or two or a dozen, I don't know how many parents are upset because of this sign, or it gets posted on social media. Local news outlets pick it up. I know Fox News has it. We're talking about it this morning. So Arby's, of course, backed away and said, we're sorry, and took down the sign. This is not the values that we want to show for our restaurant. And I just want to know your opinion. How bad is this sign? Kids are kids and they can be rambunctious, but they should be, I know most of the time it's hard to control your kids. I get that fully. But nobody wants someone running amok in the restaurant. They should be held accountable and held under control, just like you don't want an adult running amok in Arby's either. So I don't really see anything wrong with this sign. It's just saying, hey, we only accept well-behaved kids. Obviously, kids are gonna cry, things are gonna happen. We get it, we empathize, but I'm not a parent, so I say this with a grain of salt. But I guess Arby's is also one of those places that you do wanna bring your kids, right? You wouldn't bring your children to a 5-star Italian restaurant, but you might bring them to Arby's knowing full well that they might throw a temper tantrum. So if your kids can't throw a temper tantrum in Arby's, where can they throw a temper tantrum? Maybe the McDonald's play place. I feel like that's an adequate spot to bring your children when they're crying, because you just put them in the ball pit and you say, good luck to you, dear sir. Totally kidding. Ray Bitsoy, good morning from Littleton, Colorado. 24 degrees in Littleton. Ooh, Natalie wants us to talk about the Popeye sandwich. I feel like the Popeye sandwich is old news now, right? I mean, have y'all had the Popeye sandwich? I haven't had it yet because there were lines out the door and I just don't really care that much. But let me know if you had it. Is there something new happening on with this sandwich besides the fact that it's here and people are eating it? Wayne Diacomo says nothing worse than eating next to parents that can't control their kids. Natalie's saying there are still lines to get those Popeye sandwiches. Here's a random question. Yvonne Robles is asking if I'm getting Disney Plus. No, I actually have been redoing my budget. This is like some adult talk right here. I'm redoing my budget, so I downgraded my Netflix. I got rid of Hulu, and I'm sharing it with somebody I don't own it, but so no, I'm not getting Disney Plus. I'm not a big, I like Disney movies. I'm a huge Beauty and the Beast fan, but I wouldn't go out of my way to pay for it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm happy with Netflix. I've got the Amazon. I downgraded Amazon Prime too, sharing that too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Landon Payne says nothing special about the Popeye sandwich. Rick Williams says, I think Arby's has the right to ask the parents to control their kids. Bobby619 says drunks should be banned from everywhere there's food. Although they need the food to sober up, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you should just like toss them a piece of bread. It's funny, but it's not funny. John Martinez had his first Popeye sandwich last night. He said it was good, but not worth the 45-minute wait. I've been seeing people post about this Popeye sandwich, and here's the deal. If you're gonna make me wait 45 minutes for a sandwich, that ish better be out of this world. So I think that's what's happening. Maybe the sandwich is good, but if you're forced to wait 45 minutes in line, that's gonna downgrade your opinion because your expectations are much higher, you know? So as soon as those lines die down and you can just drive up to Popeyes, I don't even know if they have a drive-through, walk your butt right into Popeyes and have the chicken sandwich, your rating, your review is probably gonna go through the roof because you're not dealing with the hassle of waiting in line. That's just what I think. Why is everybody asking me about Disney? Does it come out today? Am I missing something? House of Barbecue and Life says my job sucks and I should be drunk now. Don't ever say that. Don't do it. Go for a walk instead and find a new job if you can. Miguel Gonzalez says I'll go to Chick-fil-A and not wait so long for my sandwich. I'll get better service on top of that. Maybe I should do a review. I know it's been done. People have been doing it. The Chick-fil-A sandwich versus the Popeyes. Which one do you guys think is better? Is it Popeyes or Chick-fil-A for the win? Dzień dobry, Mike Dubrowski. So if you guys are just tuning in, happy Taco Tuesday. We're talking about how in Japan, certain companies, certain jobs are telling women, specifically just women, because this is how it goes, you're not allowed to wear glasses, you don't look feminine enough, you look too smart, you don't look inviting enough with these glasses. When y'all see me wear glasses, do you feel like very intimidated? There's my alarm clock. Do I intimidate you with these glasses? And then also we're talking about on the show today, Arby's in Minnesota put up a sign that said only well-behaved children are welcome. Of course, you know, one person gets offended and then Arby's has to come out and says sorry, pulls down the sign, yakety schmackety. I'm curious what the parents out there think. Would you be super offended if you had your children and you walk into Arby's and you see this sign? Because here's the deal, you walk into Arby's, you start eating, and then if your child starts running around going crazy, aren't you gonna wanna leave Arby's anyway? So you're kind of following their protocol regardless, because you're gonna take your hellion, if you will, I like that word, and leave Arby's. But you're gonna stay there if they're well behaved. What do I know? Anyway, I hope you guys have a really good morning. Thank you for chatting with me. And if you're in San Diego right now, tune in to CBS until 7, and then from 7 to 9 on the CW. It is Taco Tuesday, and I am previewing a really cool taco event happening in San Diego this Sunday. Taco TKO, Total Knockout, where we're searching for San Diego's most awesome, quote, most awesome tacos. So I hope you guys tune in. Bye. See you later.